All right, well, looks like I'm live. I'm alive. Anyhow, so I decided to have a hangout. I see there's a couple videos made today, just kind of like talking shit about people. Now, I tried to stay in the middle of this whole deal and just, try to hear both sides. But yeah, of course, I did lean more one way or the other. The guy was making more sense, quite honestly. Keep telling these guys, hey man, you guys need to talk, but no, that could never happen. Now you see a couple of videos fly it up and it's posting a bunch of shit about people. Seriously. And I guess in a sense they're not really being cross-examined. There's no discussion in this. It's just this person's bad, this person's evil, and that's the way it is. Really? Is that really how it is? Well then show up here and let's talk about it. I think that would probably be best done publicly, and that's why the video is being done, or the hangout, publicly, instead of the hangouts where you just sit around and bitch about everybody and say what a loser this person is and that one and whatever. I like you guys, but that's a bunch of bullshit. Couldn't even ask freaking questions about it. Well, anyhow, I guess it would be good if I could post a link here. So I'm going to post this down here on my channel. It says it's live. I had a hard time getting this going today. Let's see, copy. Just screwing around with computers. Okay, so I got to go to my channel. All right, and I would really expect you guys are going to have the balls to talk about people like this. Make videos, Then, come on. You can show up and talk about it. It only seems fair, I would think. Maybe I'm not the guy you want to talk with, but, if a few of you guys show up, you can talk then in front of everybody and explain how things really are, at least in your minds. So I'm looking. I don't see anything that would, oh, there we go. It is actually live. Scary. Okay, so down here in the, let's see anything that would, oh, there we go. That clown talking. All right, let's see here. I'll put it in the comments. Put a link right there. That should work. Post that. So now there's a link in the comments, so you can easily see that. And yeah, something. It's interesting that I try to point out that there's a couple different ways people may see things. Try to get people to discuss it, and they just get pissed off and leave the hangout, whatever. You can't be questioning anybody, while they're accusing people that they won't talk with. Yeah, it'd be like a witch hunt, kind of, huh? Yeah, it was really smart. Okay, so yeah, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna try to get this out there. All right, I'm doing a good job of this hangout, I bring the light down here so you can see my ugly face. The mug shot, eh? All right, now where do I want to go? So I'm on Facebook now. I figure I'll try to post this somewhere where you guys can find it. Try. Trying to think now. Better check here and see if somebody's trying to get on. Hopefully you guys can get in if you can. We got 9 people watching. You're welcome to comment if you can. I'm trying to set this up right. Yeah, I see it's shifting over where they're trying to get you to open up on YouTube, and just reloaded Windows, and I've got these drivers to set up, and I think my mic's working. I hope. Well, yeah. Actually, I can tell if I can play it back on YouTube, then that would mean it's working, huh? I'm a genius. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Try to find something here. No. First I know to do here is share this with some people that best I know. Best I know to do. I guess being Ed and Duncan. Now I did share this with Duncan, so I'm gonna find Ed here and I'll share it with him. They made 2 videos today that pretty damn sure of themselves for something that I think it's pretty hard to be sure about when you're not talking with the other person. It would kind of help to talk with the person you're accusing. Usually that's a good idea. Try to find out why other person might be thinking the way they are, and sort of how you might be able to balance things out a bit. Yeah, it's always 2 sides to a story, and I guess you could say maybe nobody's perfect, but no. You just go on a rampage with a couple people trying to prove that somebody's wrong. It gets out of control. Anyhow, that's how I'm seeing it, and of course I've been brainwashed, A cult leader, I can in here peacefully here on YouTube. Now I'm in a cult, of course. The leaders broke up. Well, anyhow, we gotta fucking discuss this stuff. So get on here and freaking talk. I mean, if you have the balls to make a damn video and state what you think, then let's discuss it. And I heard some kind of weaseling around and trying to explain how you think things happen. I don't think that's how it happened. No, I don't really. It's kind of funny though. The one guy here, let's see, a couple of things people got really pissed off about when I asked questions. One guy said, "How many sock accounts do you have?" He didn't want to talk about that. No. Can't talk about that. No, he hasn't talked to me now for days, or whatever, it's because of that. And apparently really upset him. That was just wrong to ask, wasn't it? Well, they're accusing someone else of having a bunch of troll accounts, which maybe they had a couple, whatever. But every troll that's on YouTube is apparently them, though. That was the problem with the other guy you were accusing. Remember that he had all the troll accounts, but then he didn't, because now he's a good guy and the other guy's a bad guy. You're going to make damn sure you really, really nail him, though. Let's see now. What did the other guy get pissed about? Because the last troll account that he was accused of making, which I guess he did, whatever, I think it said hello and stuff like that and talked a little here and there, but never really troll anybody, really, Didn't give anybody any shit or anything, just kind of talked, conversed, sort of whatever, show their presence. That's about it. That's pretty damn nasty. That's enough to get people really pissed off, isn't it? I'm sure when I asked about that guy, he really got pissed off and left the freaking Hangout. Yeah, you have a hell of a case. I think the last guy I was just talking with in the comments in one of the videos, You know, the place open and close. That's the end. It's over, over. It's a legal issue now. Really, Glenn? Come on, let's talk about it. I see a lot of ballsy people. A lot, couple anyhow, can make some real kick-ass fucking videos. Well, where the fuck are you now? Well, come on. You know, that damn light's blasting in my eyes. Fucking show up. How damn hard is that to do? If you have the balls to fucking make videos like this and explaining what this guy did wrong and how bad he is and how you guys didn't do any wrong, you're innocent, pretty much, you know. The other guy who you said was guilty that you didn't want anything to do with, no, he's a good guy. He's an angel. But when you ask the guys questions, you leave, you know, you can't discuss, and the other guy won't talk to you. And that's funny, isn't it? What the hell's wrong with asking some questions in relation to your accusations? You know, where the fuck are you? Yeah, that's the thing. I hang on here for a little while. I fucking hate wimpy ass fucking people. Jesus. It really fucking pisses me off. Especially the fucking loudmouth damn people that start a bunch of shit and then can't even fucking talk. Damn, that's fucking wimpy. Pussified bullshit. Well, I've got somebody here that would like to check it out, so let me see what I can do. None of the guys here involved, though, that really making this fucking shit happen, having anything.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, all things considered, I'm doing good.
Yeah, this sucks. There's no doubt. It kind of fucking shit really hit the fan now, I guess.
Well, yeah, and I'm friends with all of them, so I refuse to take a side, and I will not betray any confidences or violate the trust of either side.
I respect that. That's a good attitude. I unfortunately not quite. I honestly can't quite see it that way. I've been talking on both sides, and one side has agreed to definitely discuss and talk. The other side won't. They'll say they will, but then they won't. And that's been very frustrating. And then when I push issues, you know, they leave or whatever, get mad. And it's like, well, you know, it's rough, you know, it's kind of, and it is sad to see. I mean, there are two people that people look up to in this little guitar community kind of thing we got going. And
yeah, but it's like any fight in any relationship, whether it's a spousal relationship or a casual friend relationship. Both sides want to have the moral high ground when both sides share culpability. It's simple as that.
Yeah, that's true. But when I specifically ask, what did this person do exactly that was wrong? There's only one detail they can come up with, and that's that he did not say it was him or this troll account. However, that troll account didn't cause any problems, didn't do anything really bad or anything, just, you know, more like, hi, how you doing, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, you know, that's crazy. I mean,
but you and I both are sitting in a position of don't know what you don't know.
Well, this is true. I would agree with you, and that's why I thought it was important that people talk before they started making public videos about it, so that they could, you know what I mean, so they could work it out, and even if the screaming, everything else you expect, maybe get something, you know, maybe semi-resolved, maybe not, you know, not completely, it's probably not going to happen that way, but at least sort of like, you know, hello, George. try
Hey,
to,
how you doing?
hanging in there. Just try to get things to where people are at least communicating. And I think unfortunately people were feeding each other and it escalated. And I think the paranoia escalated to begin with. That's just my theory. I mean, it's the way I see it. And I mean, I realize there's a point where some people just don't want to talk, and they realize it's going to end up in a fight. But
Bad judgment calls getting escalated into a war.
oh yeah, I think so. I mean, it's yeah, and then there's frivolous bullshit happening along with it. It's maybe some kind of funny and kind of not. Depends on how you see that. Uh, but the main issue I don't feel was ever dealt with directly, and then when it turns into public videos, that obviously plenty of people are watching. Hundreds of people will be seeing it. And
Well, this is the unfortunate thing. There's countless people that have no knowledge of the situation and are getting in the comment section and shooting their mouths off.
exactly. Right. And like you said, I mean, we don't know. I don't know everything either. I know some. I know enough that when I've tried to be involved with both sides, that I could see one side is at least willing to talk, and the other side doesn't seem to want to talk. And I'm like, well, then, no matter how angry you are, you can't resolve things if there's no communication.
Well, time heals all wounds.
Yes, I would agree. Well, that's kind of rough. Yeah, I think it can. I would say it can, but unfortunately, if it's festering though, and they're not dealing, nobody's dealing with it, and they're building and building and making it worse and worse and worse instead of settling down.
Once the lid's off the pressure cooker, the crap will float to the surface.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing, though, I agree with you about that, though, is that it turns it often into a battle of one side will be throwing all this shit out about the other side, remembering things that they had long forgot about. And we all do, or many of us do this. I know I'm guilty of that kind of thing. I'm pissed off. And the other side will do the same, and what does that really fix,
Shades of Tonewood Wars.
Well, that's the damn thing. I think the good thing about the Tonewood Wars, even though it used to piss me off.
Bring some science into it.
I get furious about it, but I think the good thing about it was something to focus on, and the only thing you'd hurt a lot of feelings, but maybe
It
not.
did bring a lot of us together.
Well, yeah, I think yeah, you were attacking a guitar. And what we believed in, or believe in today, even, But hey, I still believe in Tonewood. I understand that I'm probably not as. I don't believe it makes as much of a difference, maybe, as some people do, and I look at it maybe a little differently, and differently now than what I had years ago. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the end sum gain was positive.
Yeah, and I think, I still have the belief that certain woods are more resonant than others, and different body thicknesses.
Adirondack spruce or Sitka spruce?
It can be, I guess, but I tend to think very, very light woods tend to resonate more and have more vibrance than very heavy woods. I still look at soft and hard woods as being somewhat different. And hell, sometimes you just don't understand why the hell one guitar sounds different than another.
Even if they weigh exactly the same, got the same brand pickups, same everything, they'll sound different.
Yeah, it's true. They will a little bit. Yeah, and it does. Hell, like I've heard people saying it is true. Whether you're cutting out of the top of the tree or the bottom of the tree, and
it's that mojo.
All kinds of other shit. A whole lot to it.
If the bottom
together and all that, everything else. There's so many variables. But anyhow, yeah, it's just kind of sad. I was really hoping Ed and Duncan at least would show up. I'm really hoping Ed would talk a bit, you know. I mean,
Yeah, well, here's the thing, Bruce. That's not going to happen in a live hangout.
well, you know, right, but
You want to get them all together, you're going to have to do it in private.
well, you know, but to be honest though, Rob, I mean, it's going to sound cocky, but I think it's pussified. You know, I mean, if you're going to come out and make videos about people, then have the balls to discuss it. You know, if you're going to make serious accusations, in other words, if it's kind of like tiddly bullshit and fighting over whatever, it's like whatever. But when you get down to like serious accusations of this person's a troll, this person's all these people, this person's really evil, this person's well, then have the balls to back it, have the balls to be questioned. You know, don't be cowardly if you're going to stand up and make such accusations. You know, that's how I see it. You know, and I you know.
You're such a troll. I see you doing it right now.
I expect when people make an accusation, that
Yeah,
they have the balls to fucking back it. If
I agree, and that's why when it comes to trolls, I take no credence in what they say, whatever they say, and let's be honest, I've never been trolled, but if somebody hasn't got the balls to say what they're going to say from and show their own face and do it from behind their own name, then you shouldn't even consider what they have to say.
well,
Hey, Rob, I've trolled several of your videos. No, that's lurking. That's lurking.
no.
I was going to say you're a good one. You are so subtle that it even passed over me. I didn't see it.
Hey, I've got a firm grasp of the obvious.
Hello, Delicia. How are you doing? Hungry. It's Amrish. Okay. Well, anyhow, welcome to the chat.
A silent kitty.
Yeah. I'm going to rip her arms off any second. Right through her computer screens. It says Delicia. But, yeah, I don't know. Those, yeah, it's kind of bizarre. Like I said, I mean, you know, some of us guys, you know, we might have 30, 50, 100, couple hundred, you know, subs, whatever, you know. And it really probably doesn't mean a whole lot what we say and do, you know. But when you do have, and you know, I mean, some people, they want them, you know. They're. I mean, I'm being straight up. I'm just going to talk about it. Hell, they're talking about other people. But I mean, you know, Ed really is wound up when he got like 500 subs, you know, and was pushing and pushing. It's like, well, if that's what you want, then you make a broad, you know, a loud statement about somebody. Then I just think, you know, you should be willing to talk about it. At least try to get something balanced out of there. You know, like Fox News, you know, fair and balanced.
Wipe and flush.
Well, I'll tell you, though, during the election, so one year in particular, though, if it wasn't for Fox News, I never would have slept. I mean, holy hell. I knew Obama was going to become president, but I just couldn't stand it. I had to have some freaking hope. The audacity of hope and dreams of my father were getting the best of me.
The American dream's a great idea until you wake up.
Well, yeah, you know, quite honestly, though, I know you don't like America, but there's a lot of countries in this world. Maybe some are better. There's a lot of countries that are a lot worse off, and doesn't matter whether you're Democrat, Republican, whatever. If you want to do something in America, and say you want to, your goal is to make $300,000-400,000 a year, that possibility is there for you if you want it, and that's something to be thankful for.
Well, when it comes to American politics, I'm not in the forefront. I'm a Canadian, so we dream of beaver.
You know, but you know too, Rob, where you live, you could do it too, though. I mean,
Sure.
you wanted to make good money, you can do it. Some countries, you don't really have those opportunities. I mean, imagine somebody in China, all the equipment we use, everything we have nearly anymore is made in China by slave labor, and those people don't have that hope. They don't have that dream.
Well, that's true because we want stuff cheaper, and we don't care about outsourcing, and really because unions priced labor out of the market. Companies had no choice but to do that.
Well, yeah, it kind of sucks, but I think you're probably right.
The unions played their part when workers on this side of the pond were getting stomped on, but then they got too big for their britches, started taking too big of a bite out of the pie, and it led to a snowball rolling down the hill, and that's the reason why we are where we are today.
Do you imagine if our computers were made in Silicon Valley?
$20,000 each.
They'd be what?
$20,000 each.
Oh, it'd be expensive, yeah, it'd be big bucks, man. Especially you consider, I mean, it is kind of sad, but like Rob's saying, I have to admit that there would be people who would probably go on strike at 15, 20 bucks an hour standing on an assembly line, I'm just saying.
Well, this is it, but that's part of the snowball. If you want to get right down to it, if people were making an honest day's wage for an honest day's work, and things were priced, things in the marketplace were priced at their value, and a 30% markup, who would have a problem with that? But things aren't priced at their value; they're priced at what the market will bear.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's all about perception, right?
Well, look at those EpiPens. $600 for a shot of adrenaline, where if you bought needles and bought the drug itself, you could have a shot for $5.
Yeah, it's kind of weird stuff.
Yeah, I see. You can't look at that and say that
would you pay
there's only a 30% markup on that.
Right. Would you pay $595 for a spring-loaded syringe?
That guy, I remember in the guitar business, like, I was born in the 60s, but I remember when, like through the 70s and that kind of thing, and it started to become popular to sell guitars at 40 off. And it was kind of crazy, Guitar Center at that time, I guess it did call it Guitar Center, Music Emporium or something, whatever they called it. Anyhow, I remember seeing that kind of thing, and it was just kind of weird. Like, you think you have a guitar, say it lists for $1,000. Say your cost, depending on how many you're buying at a time. Say, you buy 10 Gibson guitars. I mean, that's costing you some money, or Fenders or Martins, Taylor, whatever, Martins back then. But you're buying that stuff. I mean, I'm just a round off. And let's just say it's something that retailed for $1,000. You're paying $5 for it. Plus, you might have to pay some shipping, and then you have to sell it at 40 off. How the hell can you keep a store running like that? Well,
this is it, and everybody needs a break. But if you buy one guitar or 100 guitars, why should you get a discount because you bought 100 guitars? Did it take any less time to make any one of those guitars?
No, but I think that is common though in business, that if somebody's buying that much. But
right. But this is where the inherent problems come in.
Well, yeah, and you start.
It's not an honest value. As soon as you start doing crap like that, it's not an honest value anymore. You're getting into what the market will bear, not an honest value and an honest day's pay for an honest day's work.
The mom and pop shops start getting hurt really bad. Which actually, at one time, some of those mom and pop shops were pretty decent sized, but there's no way in hell they could compete with the Guitar Centers and Sam Ash and that kind of thing. They just couldn't do it. And
of course.
Big chain store buying power, monopoly.
Oh, absolutely. But
it makes it easier for the manufacturer too, because he doesn't have to have somebody in shipping that's shipping a few here and a few there and a few over here and a few over there. You just ship a whole bunch to here, a whole bunch to there, and then go home for after a day.
That's true. Well, I just I thought it was really odd when a few years ago I remember I was looking around at Guitar Center and that kind of thing, and I realized they weren't blowing everything out at like 40 off anymore. They didn't seem to be doing that so much.
No, because the market leveled, and they had to they killed the prices to a point where they couldn't do it anymore because they weren't making any money. They can't. It doesn't matter how big the business is. They still have to make some money. They can't give their shit away.
Well, I don't know what sales are really, but you know, initially when they did that, that's before all the Nintendo and all that stuff came out. You know, and they became real super popular. You know, kids were sitting around on their phones all day.
Mark the price up 60%, and then discount it 20.
I don't know if that's good. I mean,
there's all kinds of deals that go on like that, though.
Well, yeah, that's really common in cheap stuff. But if you think about it, though, you go back into the 50s and 60s, people to sell at 15 to 20 off, that was considered a good deal. You know.
Sure, because you were working with a 30% markup back in those days. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you're working. You had an industry that was producing a product, and all the all the numbers had to work out. Now it's when you didn't have the slave labor, you had made in your own country, or it was made in on the continent. It wasn't all this outsourcing crap.
Domestic slave labor.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. I don't know about that even. Like back in the day, in the 60s, you had a healthy middle class.
Have you ever seen the workspace for the common laborer at Fender in Corona, California?
No.
It was small.
Hablar español?
Hell
Yeah.
no.
If you buy an American Strat, it's made by Mexicans.
Well, that was true. That's probably true somewhat back
in Corona.
Considering where they're located, I mean that I'm sure that plays a big part in it. Regardless, though, people were making money. They did have jobs.
Right.
Everybody was making some money. I mean, I didn't know any music store owners that were like, I'm not saying nobody got wealthy, but most guys I knew through the 70s anyhow weren't like loaded. I mean, some guys were making money, but they weren't.
Right, but there they were. It was an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, and you don't have that anymore. You've got the chairman of the board and all the cronies that are sitting around making a hooer of a pile of money, and because of that, they've outsourced everything. Even guitars that are assembled on this continent aren't made on this continent. They're just assembled. It says American made, but it's not. It's American assembled.
Well, there's also some Mexican guitars at times where they were using American parts and sending them there, which was kind of odd. I don't know what the reason was for that, but
because the North American Free Trade Agreement made it cheaper labor. Okay, it opened up the border and it got rid of a bunch of tariffs and taxes so that they could send all these parts across the border, have them assembled, and send them back.
Well, plus we may have had the machinery too, and maybe they didn't have it set up there at that time. I'm not really sure.
Well,
it was
the North American Free Trade Agreement made it possible for all that machinery to be taken across the border. Just like this Trans-Pacific Partnership is going to continue to take all the machinery that is making stuff, what's left of the machinery that's making stuff, and take it across the ocean. Apparently, our paper mill right here is a big empty building now because all the machines that were making fine paper have gone to other countries to make the paper.
I remember
all we make here now is pulp. We take trees, chew them up into fluff, press them into blocks, and they go across the ocean to be made into paper.
Wow. I remember my uncle bitching about Japanese steel, he worked at a steel mill, but eventually, there's not much at all going on at anything at those steel mills anymore.
We see in these countries where the labor is really, really cheap, the cost of living is really, really cheap.
True.
And when you come over here, the cost of living is very expensive. And why is the cost of living very expensive? Because the labor rates are very expensive, and the companies that have to pay out this labor have to recoup it somehow. It's been a big snowball. If the trade unions hadn't have started taking off such big giant bites out of the pie, then it wouldn't have trickled down into the price of everything. We'd still be at an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. That's not the way it is anymore. And that's why I had to do the outsourcing thing. In our mill, not so long ago, people were getting paid 40 and 50 bucks an hour because they were working on a stat holiday.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Well, there were
A dude pushing a broom. A dude pushing a broom making 50 bucks an hour because he's working on a bank holiday. Crazy.
Yeah, I heard like guys working at GM and different places, they were like making 50, 70 bucks an hour doing stuff. You know, you'd be like, what? I mean,
yeah. So you wonder why a car is so expensive. It's because of that.
Oh, I think it's amazing they make them as cheap as they do here, but I mean, when you got that kind of stuff going on, I mean, you can't compete with. I don't know how Japan does it, but Japan's
lower
not,
cost of living and then the lower wages.
But Japan's not cheap anymore, though. I mean, they're
well, because they're getting tied up in the same thing that destroyed our economy.
Are they, or is it that some countries are just willing to work for nothing? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to me, my understanding is China. Some of those people just don't get paid well at all. You know?
Or they don't get paid at all if they don't meet their quota.
Wow,
that?
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Yeah, if a lot of the workers that work piecemeal get paid by the part, if they don't meet a daily quota, they don't get paid.
Well,
And they still get charged for their lunch.
I do wonder, though, with computer technology and just word of mouth, if people in China will start getting like they did in Japan eventually, you know.
Well, China is rising for sure.
Yeah, I talked with a guy that he had a pretty big knife company, and he was saying that like the people in China, though, he said what's different now, though, is that there are people, though, who, if they're really good, can actually work their way up, and they might even get a job at another company if they're really good. He said it's not quite as bad as it used to be, at least for people that are really, really good. You know, they can kind of work their way up, and that's why I wonder, though, the ones that are really slave labor, like, you know, how long can that last?
Thousands of years?
Well, maybe so. Yeah.
It depends on what kind of a population you got. They've got, you know, what, 1 billion plus, and a lot of them are starving in the countryside, so they're going to come into the cities where there's work. As long as you've got that continuous flow of people coming into the cities, you've got continuous cheap labor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, hungry people will work cheap.
Yeah.
Guy here tried to sign into this, and he said that it says that the Hangout was canceled. I'm trying to think. I wonder what that's about. You used to like.
What, are we not here right now?
It says live, and according to my live feed, and a few thumb downs for some reason. It appears that there are people here. Okay. Let's see. I do have some people asking things here on. Try to see if I can figure this out. I'm a genius with this stuff, I tell you.
Yeah, it's working. I've got it on my auxiliary here.
Yeah, well, one guy's probably trying to talk on his cell phone. No, that's probably what's going on. Cell phones act weird on this stuff, don't they?
Sometimes. The last time Eric had a Hangout, I got in on it, and all I could hear was echo. And he was certain that it was my headset, But I've been in other Hangouts and I've got no problem. Same headset.
Wow. Yeah.
Probably a Google hookup.
Yeah.
I don't know how that crap works. Sometimes I have problems with echoes too, but it's generally because somebody else's speakers are getting into their microphone.
Yeah, got a multiple instance of microphones.
Oh, I know what I need to do.
Put the link in the.
Yeah, I have it on the video.
It's in the description. That's how I got in here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, it's in the description. I'm thinking, somebody had just.
No. I clicked on the link that you sent to one of my posts way back when.
Oh, okay.
The Facebook page. But George got in through the link in the description.
Ta-da!
Assuming that
well, I started out
it too.
I started out making it full screen, and when I made it full screen, there was no link or anything. But then again, you could put the link in the group chat too. But then the group chat doesn't show up in just when you first click on it.
Somebody's having trouble with. I'm trying to think from here. Like
No, there's no group chat.
How do I send? Maybe I can send it on Google Plus. I can send somebody a link. That might work different. I think.
Well, who's this bot? Just click that link. Click that link beside Suave Trainwreck, and you'll be able to get in. That's how George got in.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Huh.
Hey,
Will was just, I was letting him, one of y'all sent him a link in. I was telling him that he's like, oh, it's tomorrow. I was like, no, they live streaming one right now on his channel.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I tried to set it up on the one thing, and it showed tomorrow from YouTube, and then it.
Bruce, look, you gonna let this
Hey, there's Dunk.
Hello, Duncan.
Duncan, let me ask you something. Oh, wow, I hope this gets winds up. I just want to know one thing. Did I get Eric kicked off of YouTube? Did I have anything to do with Eric leaving YouTube or anything? Did I do anything to have people threaten my life and do me anything like that? Am I wrong for that?
Relax, dude. Relax. I mean,
No, I just want to know that. Did I do anything wrong? I'm trying to figure out how I'm a Nazi now and everything. I'm trying to figure out how I'm doing something evil when I got done something.
all right. So anyhow.
So I guess you don't want to answer me. All right, whatever. I guess I don't deserve an answer. Okay.
I'm kind of hoping maybe we can work something out that.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, bro. I mean, I feel like I'm being attacked. I'm just trying to see what I'm being attacked for. What did I do wrong? I looked at a video, I liked it, and then people started threatening me.
I chased Eric off, not you.
I didn't do Eric anything. Ed's got a video saying I fucked that. There's people blaming me for knocking. I didn't do anybody anything. I responded about two assholes making videos about me about something I had nothing to do with. And then I made videos about Terry because I seen the comments, once again, where Terry brought this shit there. And when I tried questioning Terry, Duncan gaslighted me and tried to get in the middle and would not let Terry talk. Maybe if he would have let Terry talk, he could have explained himself and none of this would have happened. Maybe if Terry would have been allowed to speak for himself instead of Duncan, for some reason, which I can't figure out, tried to prevent me from talking directly to the man face to face.
Nobody said shit about you, motherfucker. Not one fucking word.
Don't come on here cursing me, Ed. What the fuck are you talking about?
Your name was never brought up, and you put yourself in the fucking comments, and you put yourself into it.
What are you talking about?
I told you, do not.
What comments are you talking about? Don't scream at me, Ed. Don't scream at me. Don't come on here screaming with me.
This has nothing to do.
Look at this dude. Are you drunk again, Eric? Ed, are you drunk again? Ed, are you drunk again?
Yeah, relax a little bit.
Are you drunk again?
Does it matter?
Yeah, because you're kind of incoherent when you're drunk, and I'm not screaming at you, and I don't know why you're doing it to me. I'm asking Duncan a question. Duncan, am I being offensive to you or not asking? All right, so fuck me. You're gonna shoot me the bird. I can't even try to. I can't even talk. Look at him.
Hey, guys,
I'm trying to settle this. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
I know. Hold on a second, though. Now, let me be straight up, though, these guys. I've tried to be cool with this, and for a couple of weeks, I've watched, continual accusations about Will. And I've tried to listen to both sides. And I'm not claiming anybody's perfect on one side or the other, or everybody's wrong, but I know damn well that the accusations just weren't hitting it, man. I mean, you're blaming a guy for a channel that didn't really raise any hell. And so that's the main issue. And I'm like, it's crazy. And now there's 2 videos made. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, what did he do that was that damn bad? Well,
these dudes know. Look, there's your answer right there. Please let this. Please live stream this. Listen, if I'm saying anything wrong, what did I say wrong? I'm trying to get to the. I'm trying to get to the bottom of my part with this.
This is what I don't like about fucking pussies.
I asked these dudes direct questions. I'm trying to straighten out. Am I lying about anything that I said? Is my description inaccurate in any way?
Damn one, Ed comes in screaming.
Why did Ed come on there like that with me, dude?
You guys shooting the bird and shit, and then they just fucking leave as soon as you ask them a damn question.
The best part is it's like Democrats. They called us Nazis and shit. Just like a typical leftist maneuver. Oh, they're Nazis, and they come on here and not say nothing.
They don't
I'm giving you the chance to put your point. I'm saying, here's what happened. Refute me. What am I lying about?
Yeah, just don't ask any questions. We'll accuse and accuse and accuse, but don't ask any questions. That's strange, isn't it? That is to me. To me, it's strange.
Ed made a vague ass bit. Listen, Ed made a vague ass statements on his fucking video.
Yeah.
Go look at them comments. Go look how people are attacking me. He made it look like I did Eric something. I didn't do anybody anything.
Well, maybe if Eric wouldn't, like for me in my case, if Eric wouldn't have called me a dork or told me I didn't know how to sharpen.
Dude, this video wasn't even about Eric. Eric was a side note to get to the point about Eric. All Eric did was took the video and made sure that they seen it.
Right. And what I think is interesting is that Eric would dish out shit here and there, and then when you give him something about it, then he'd be like, oh, that's it, I'm going to shut down my shit. But regardless.
I got to interject here.
Whatever.
Will and Ed have not seen said video.
Ed never seen a video? That's what you're telling me?
Ed did not see the private video.
Well, I tell you like this. I can tell you right now I know that is not true. I know 100% for a fact that's not true, and I could prove it to you right now if I wanted to.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I got that. I'll tell you what, like this. Let me say it. I got it from the horse's mouth. Ed told me. Ed told me how he got it. How do you think I found out all this? Ed wasn't in that hangout. All I did was fish to Ed. I said, Ed, yeah, because they told me, yeah, well, that's how they did it when they Googled. I got the messages. He just talked about it yesterday to me when the rambling shit he was telling me.
Well, I didn't
he
know
told
that
it to me twice. I still got a message where he told it to me.
I didn't want anybody to see the video. That's why I went straight to you. Hello, Will.
You were
Hey, how's everybody doing? Did I miss anything good?
No, nothing exciting. Nothing really happened. Actually, they showed up and asked them questions. They got pissed off.
Who's they?
Duncan and Ed.
Oh.
I think Ed cussed and shit, and Duncan shot the bird, and that was about it. That was very exciting. It was a hell of an answer,
Yeah, well, I mean, the reality is I didn't like join this or anything along those lines to bash either one of them.
No.
So
that's good. You got a better attitude than me.
I mean, the thing is we ended up having our disagreement or problem or whatever, and the only reason why I didn't make that video public was because I didn't think it was a good idea to have my dirty laundry as well as some of theirs out there for everybody to see. When it accidentally got shared, I wasn't even mad. Like you know, to me it was like, well, shit happens sometimes, and you know, I just didn't want our dirty laundry to be out there.
Well, we
And
are habituated to hit that damn like button.
yeah, I know. But I'm not upset about it, you know. And all the stuff that I said inside there, through my perspective, it's true, and that's how I view the situation, you know. But nobody has given me an opportunity to even speak on my own behalf. They have pretty much been the judge, jury, and executioner, accused me of crimes, and then I have not been able to even speak on my own behalf. And it's actually very, very bizarre for me, because everything was cool. I joined this hangout, and the next thing I know, I'm fucking hated, and they think I'm like every troll on YouTube now. And now I see that they did videos tonight, and then and it's the same thing. They're accusing me of being like every single fucking troll on YouTube, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, it, it it's irrational. It's paranoia, but this proves my point, for those that know like the inside scoop, that the problem had always been that there was a certain lack of trust between Duncan, Ed, and Gary. They were always going back and forth. They'd be friends again, then they wouldn't talk for a while. Then they'd be friends again, then they wouldn't talk for a while. And every time that there was a troll or something that happened, people would suspect it was Gary, and that it was that paranoia. And right now, now that they're being trolled or they see new trolls, they think that it's me. That paranoia is being transferred onto me.
Yeah, but we all made troll accounts, so how can you not expect that?
Well, we all did, except for Ed. Ed tried making a troll account once, but he failed miserably at it. Okay.
Well, good on him.
Yeah, but
that
during the time that we were making so-called troll accounts, they were not troll accounts to actually troll. They were troll bait, because we were trying to get closer to the trolls that we were trying to remove out of the community. And
sure,
that's
I
why
get
we
that.
did it. We weren't doing it to actually like troll people for no fucking reason or anything like that. And
the best enemy is the one that becomes your friend.
well, yeah, and see, that was the thing, is I was when I and I hadn't made any fake counts in a long time, you know, because I haven't been trolled. And the only time that I did it is when some of the trolls were getting out of hand, like You Suck at Guitar was getting out of hand. You know, Sergey Iron Fist was getting out of hand. There was a few others, their names I can't even fucking remember anymore. But there was a few of them that were just getting out of hand, and they were taking it to a point where it wasn't trolling, it was fucking harassment. You know, and we were just like, we wanted to get rid of these fuckers. We wanted to find out what we could, report them or dox them, do something so that they would fucking leave the community alone. And then so we went undercover with these fake accounts. Okay, now this was a long time ago. This was a long fucking time ago when all this stuff happened. But one of the problems was. And I don't want to be like putting out too much like dirty laundry or anything. One of the problems was one of the trolls was a persistent motherfucker. Everything that we tried wouldn't work. It was almost kind of like fucking the more you try to hurt it, the stronger they become. And we decided that we were just going to stop and just say fuck it, just ignore the person, because there's nothing we can do. Right? There's nothing we can do. But there was one person in the group that refused to do it, and they just kept going on and on and on and on and on and on about it, and it was driving everybody crazy, and that person was Gary. And this is really where the problem between Gary and Duncan first started, was the Sergey Iron Fist ordeal. This is where it all started.
No, where it all started was the first time that somebody responded to Sergey Iron Fist, because if Sergey Iron Fist didn't get that first response out of somebody, he would have went away. He would have got tired and went away.
I would say to a certain extent that was going on really during the Wyatt days, right? Because a lot of this stuff, actually it did start during the Wyatt days, which is funny that there's a section of days called Wyatt, you know. But during this time, because Sergey was a frequent person that would show up on Wyatt's page, and That's when he started doing shit. And then, you know, Sergey was making a lot of other fake accounts with Duncan family members' names and shit, and he was just going above and beyond what a troll should do. It was getting to the point where it's harassment. And, you know, once again, I don't want to put out a lot of dirty laundry, but, you know, Dunk goes through a lot of shit. You know, he's got a lot of stuff that he has to deal with. And, you know, YouTube for him is a venting therapeutic type of environment. And then so when he shows up and he has this shit, and somebody's just like really fucking gunning for him and stuff, you know, everybody wanted to help out and try to get rid of Sergey because, you know, we saw what it was doing to him, you know. So but this is, you know, this is kind of like where, you know, and we even talked about it in the group before. We said we got to stop all of this because originally we were going to try to get rid of these trolls. We were going to try to hunt them down together, but what all it's done is create problems between us. It's causing fights, you know. And then so this is why we decided just to kind of like we'll just blow it off, and we did for a long time, right? But then after I ended up seeing that there was a tie between Sergey and some other people, and this tie was apparent. I mean, and it happened during the time that I did my Luna Awareness Week. And when I did that and I saw this tie, I said I have to research this and see if I'm absolutely sure about this, and I'm gonna get this fucker. So this is when I ended up creating that other account, but it was not a troll account, it was troll bait. And it only lasted for like 4 hours because when Ed saw it, he thought it was Gary. So he ended up like posting a comment, something like, you know, Gary, stop it or something. Then he erased the comment, and then he reported me to Google or YouTube, the channel. And then Duncan did the same thing, I think. And the next day, that channel was gone. And then that was the Tracy Fox channel. But that was the extent of it. I didn't hear anything else about that account or anything. They had asked me, do you think that, you know, we think that it's Gary? And I said, why do you think it's Gary? I don't think that it's Gary. I don't think it's him. And then they said, well, we also think this Joe Mataz guy is Gary. I said, I don't think that it's him. And during this time, Gary and I were working together on trying to nail Sergey and these other people, right? And so we were working together on that. And so he knew, you know, he knew what was going on. He knew I was Tracy Fox. But somewhere, you know, they never mentioned to me that it was a big deal to them. They never mentioned to me that that somehow was a dividing force between them and Gary, because it really wasn't.
I just want to say, Will, that when you first started, I'm a little slow on understanding things, but when you first were telling me about it, I'd think like, well, I don't get this. I don't really get it. But then when I would go listen to their positions in their Hangout, well, you know, when I would talk with you, then I'd say, well, but they have points and they have points, and I would see both sides. But eventually, it got kind of bizarre. Is I'm like, well, they're not making sense anymore. Things are just falling apart over here. And
well, they've kind of turned me into a scapegoat. It's like the Tracy Fox thing is a red herring, and they're using me as a scapegoat, and then they're using their insecurity and paranoia. It's transference. They're putting it on me.
And I think guilt that they were accusing Gary. I think they were feeling bad about that. And when I would try to discuss this is when they would disappear or wouldn't talk. I was going to suggest, I don't know what you feel about this, but I think, you see, Elmo and I, we get more worked up because obviously you are our cult leader. But
no, I'm the ringleader. I am the manipulator. I am the puppet master. I am all the trolls. So I'm also Rob Chapman, by the way.
Well, yes, and you know, yeah, I like him.
I'm Switzerland. You can refer to me as the holiest of holy cheese.
Yes, so, I'm also Rob Franklin. See, I'm in two places at once right now.
What I'm thinking is now would be a good time for Ed and Duncan, one or both, to show up, I would think, and actually talk with Will. I think I would like to see that happen.
Well, I you know, when this first started, I was more than willing to talk to him. Duncan didn't want to have anything to do with it. He gave me an ultimatum. He's like, you have to do a public video apologizing to everybody that you fucked over, or I'm going to end up doing a video about distrust or whatever. And I'm like, apologize about what? I haven't done anything. And like, who am I to apologize to? I haven't fucked anybody over. But not only that, but I mean, is that really something that a friend fucking does? You know what I mean? And then so he wouldn't speak to me like he wouldn't speak to me at all. He wouldn't reply to any of my fucking messages or anything. So he's trying to define the terms of the friendship, and you can't do that. Friendships are 50-50 split. You can't have one person define the terms. You know, and you know, they're saying that I'm being a manipulator. The reality is that's manipulation. That's manipulation. They're saying I'm betraying people. No, they've betrayed me. They have judged me, and they have tried me, and they have hung me by the cross and all that other shit. And I didn't even get to I didn't even know what I was, first of all, even being accused of at first. And then even when I'm still told that this is what I'm being accused of, it still doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
I still think you're Warlock Wyatt.
Well, I am. I'm pretty well. I'm them. I'm also Jenna Marbles.
And I think the biggest one you've pulled off is you're really Duncan.
No, you just let the cat out of the bag.
That's the coolest drama part you've pulled off yet, though.
Well, you know, I mean, the best thing that you can do is be your friends, be your trolls, be your enemies, be everybody, and you know, because no matter where you go, there you are, right? In a strange respect. But but the reality is I didn't want any of this. And I'm a little disappointed in Ed and Duncan doing their videos tonight, because in a way, some people it is going to make me look bad in some respects, because they're only hearing one side of stuff. But at the other part, it also makes them look bad, because what they're doing is they don't realize it, but they're putting their foot in their mouth. They're creating something. They're putting something out there that is completely untrue.
And they aren't. I mean, the sad part is when they do show up, Ed just starts cussing and flipping out. He leaves. Duncan shoots the bird, which I know I've already mentioned this, but that's still mind-blowing to me.
Well, Ed is very protective and defensive over Duncan.
Right. But I mean but that's not even a defense, though. I mean, if you're going to make accusations, then be able to back up your accusation. That's.
Ed got mad because I was questioning Duncan, and he was defending Duncan, saying what Duncan said, what he didn't say in the Hangout that Ed wasn't in.
Well, the problem.
I was talking about something that happened with me and Duncan when
Right.
Duncan fucking got in between me and Terry and wouldn't let Terry talk. Ed got mad about that, came on here and defended Duncan, said that ain't what happened. Rob, was Ed in that Hangout?
Not at that time, but I think what Ed was saying when he was in this Hangout tonight was that he was talking about his video not being about you. I don't think he was.
Well, he's real vague about his shit.
Tonight.
Why is everybody attacking me in the comments, though, then? Because it seems like he's talking about me in a lot of instances. You don't think?
Well, I don't. In his video today, I don't think he was. I think that people in the comments are doing the speculative thing, and they're shooting their mouths off when they shouldn't be.
Ed was kind of vague. Ed made broad statements, and it kind of, you could think that he was talking about me. You don't think that's kind of true?
Well, and that's
this is the problem. This is the problem with broad statements. I've been talking about this with a couple of the other guys. You make these broad, vague statements, and then people add their own shit to it, and pretty soon you've got wild speculation. You know,
that's why I like.
You can't do that.
Yeah, Hangouts cause a lot of trouble, and people get really worked up and scream a lot and crap and flip out and everything else. But the advantage of a Hangout is you can talk back and forth, or argue and yell back and forth. But I think sometimes it can resolve things like this better than one-sided, planned-out videos. You know.
Well, I mean, the thing is like tonight on their video they're talking about, we're waiting for this and we're expecting that and all this other shit, but they don't need to be expecting or waiting for anything, because I don't have any plans on doing anything.
I don't have any plans of doing anything. I might just a response, and that like a civil response or something. I'm not gonna do them because for one thing I was friends with both of them, and for another reason, Dude, I see the problems trolls give them. So if I was in real life, look at the problems I'm gonna give them, dude. I don't want to see them dudes have to go through that. I don't want to have to put them through that. I'm not gonna put them through that.
I sent both of them private messages on Facebook, even though right now we're unfriended each other. Ed unfriended me today for some reason. I thought me and him were cool, but apparently we're not. But I sent messages to both of them. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get into it, but they're not like negative comments. It's just like, dude, like what the fuck type of thing. Like what, like where is this stuff coming from? Because I mean, I have to tell you, I really was fucking blindsided by all this, and I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around it because there's some piece of the puzzle that seems to be missing to me.
Dude, I think Ed had a lot of built-up shit because look, he Facebook messaged me a bunch yesterday, telling me like mad at over like shit that it didn't make sense, and he did it on Facebook and Google Plus. I'm talking a lot, like 70 times. Like different fucking crazy shit like this, like he's been having something built up, some animosity towards me. I don't know. I'm not making any videos attacking him or Duncan. Because we were friends, and dude, they don't handle shit like that well, and I don't want to put them through any trouble, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, I'll just let it go at that. I'll make a video explaining my part of it. If anybody's got the decency to look at it and hear my side of it, they can make their mind up from there and stay sub to me and whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just remember,
or
every
go,
dox's a boost.
or unfucking sub to me, whatever. It don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is I've been getting blamed for a lot of shit lately, and it's really bizarre because it's like I'm not even really even involved in it. Like, and it's just really fucking weird. This stuff's like coming out of nowhere. I mean, it's just like tonight I'm being blamed for Eric taking down his channel. I didn't comment on any of his videos or anything like that. It's like what Eric does is what Eric does. I can't control what Eric does. Just like, I mean, it's just like if you go after Terry, because I think I was being accused of that too. If you go after Terry, that's you. I can't control you, but I'm a puppet master apparently. And it's just like and what's funny, and I still get a kick out of this too, is during the FX Luna says thing, the Luna's Awareness Week thing, when you and Eric were kind of going back and forth and stuff, and in that video, at the beginning of it, you were kind of defending Luna Awareness Week, and you were kind of defending me. And then so I posted, I approve this message, or I endorse this message.
That drove him crazy.
Yeah, and then they think that, when I say they, because there was a number of them, they thought that I was basically saying, yeah, I like that fucking Elmo is
They look for little shit,
and
they take a fucking molehill and turn that bitch into a mountain.
Well, yeah, and then afterwards they go, hey, Elmo, don't worry, we're cool with you. We know that it's all Will's fault.
Now, here's the funny thing, though. If you were a puppet master, Will, and you had total control over what everybody does, tell me if this would go this way. How did I respond to the Luna thing from the beginning? Period. How did I deal with it? Remember,
at first, I think you kind of, from what I remember, you kind of were joking about it a little bit, but then you kind of took it a little serious a little bit later. But
I didn't like it in certain areas. But
okay, you talking about when I did it to you on Facebook?
On YouTube, I thought it was kind of funny, and then I began to see, oh yeah, you are serious about trying to be positive with it. But I think initially I thought like, hey, come on, man,
another prank.
So I think Ed felt very similar as I did. It's I was upset about it, but then after a bit I'm like, well, I guess it's kind of fun. What the heck, And so, but
it gives everybody an opportunity to be a little Confucius-like,
But my point is, if it was the puppet master thing, then
I control nobody. I can hardly control myself.
Well, I wouldn't have gotten pissed off and told you I disagreed with it and thought it was a bad idea. If that was the case,
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm trying to get at,
All I can say is, Brian, I ain't trying to attack them dudes, bro, because we was cool and shit like that, and I still ain't got nothing against them, really. And as far as fucking Terry Bear goes, when I think he's had enough, I'll do like I do and take the videos and make them private. But not until I feel like he's had enough, and fuck it.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah, I mean, even though I don't have a problem with Terry or nothing, it's like the videos are still funny. right? I mean, anytime that you see somebody that's mocking somebody else, whether it's a political figure or somebody you know, impersonations are funny. You know.
Yeah, but every knock's a boost, and you can't expect to not take flack for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You're gonna catch shit, you know.
And that's kind of what I'm saying. When somebody's giving you a crock of crap here and there, and then you say, I mean, that's what I feel happened. Eric and I got along, a good amount of time, but every once in a while, I might say something that upset him. He would say something that upset me, whatever. And then I'd make a video, and then some people get really upset, and it's like, well, I mean, that's I don't know. No, I don't. Obviously on YouTube and whatever, everybody's not always going to get along, but I did.
Some kids can't take the deep end of the pond.
I think it's particularly bad though when you get to the point to where you're starting to make accusations that hurt somebody's credibility. That's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it was anybody other than them, I wouldn't care. But but the fact is, we were friends for a long time, so it's like to hear that coming from them it's basically just like,
I mean,
et tu brute. It's like
bad. I lost communication. I was talking with Gary, off and on, decent amount really, and I asked him questions about it, and talking about troll accounts, whatever. Next thing you know, it's like communication cut off, and I'm like, this is great, It really sucks.
Well, the best friends make the worst enemies.
Yeah, I just am like, whatever. There's nothing you can do.
Well,
is it?
There is. Everybody stop doing everything, okay? Stop with the trolling. Stop with the commenting. Stop with the making videos, because all it's doing is exacerbating the issue.
Oh, I just published my response video right now. It was uploading. I wish you'd have said that before I did that.
No trolling. I mean, there's no life then. This is YouTube. Come on.
I mean, the thing is the trolling thing. I'm not responsiable for any of the trolling.
No.
So I mean, it's like I don't troll people. I mean,
come on, you're saying you wouldn't troll a flat earther? Come on.
Oh no, well the flat earther, absolutely. Flat earthers deserve it. You know.
That's what I mean. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is it like some of it I can, some of it even when it pisses me off, is I have to sometimes I'll go like, yeah, okay, so I guess that is funny. I mean, even there's times I'll get pissed off.
Hey, what's up, Eric?
Hey, Eric, I'll see the I'm a dickhead guy, and I'll get mad, and then I can't help but laugh a little bit, and go like, oh, Jesus. Hey, Eric, it's good to see you.
What's up, Eric?
Is it a frozen picture? I think I have a frozen picture.
No, I'm here.
There he is. He's moved.
But
what you think?
Number one.
Yeah.
Don't appreciate being called someone who has to buy their fucking friends, number one. Number two, Elmo. I did not sit there and fucking accuse you of anything as far as that video goes or anything else. All I was pissed off about is what was said about me in that video, and I did mention that the video wasn't about me. I was mentioned in the video. Number two, I did not share that fucking video with nobody. So you're jumping on my fucking Google Plus page, then you're going after shit, talking shit about my fucking wife. I saved all that shit, man. So you think you're fucking smart and say, I did nothing to Eric. Bullshit, mother.
Oh, I did it. And listen, I'm glad I did it. Tell everybody what I said. I dare you.
Up there.
Tell them. Let them know. I'm proud I said it. Say it.
I'm sure you are.
Say it. Say it what I said. Say it what I said, you son of a bitch, because I'm glad I said it. I meant every word of it.
Yeah, well, you're lucky I fucking back off.
Say it. Say it what I said. Tell them what I said.
Oh,
Tell them what I said. Tell them what I said, you brain-damaged piece of fucking shit. Tell them what I said. Tell them what I said. Tell them what I said. I hope you do it, and I hope you do it. Hey, Google the helium hood solution. Google the helium hood solution. That's how you should try it.
Calm down, man.
Eric, in that video, when I brought your name up, that was not I was not the one
The whole
that
point of it is,
suggested.
the whole
Tell
point
them what I said, Eric.
when that
Drop
video
your
went
nuts.
fucking
Tell them what
viral-
I said.
No, how about if I put
You
it
come
all?
on here talking about what I said. Tell them what I said.
How about if I
I'm
put it
proud
all?
I said it.
Fine, be
Tell them
proud.
what I
you
said
fucking son of a
about your
bitch,
lady.
moron.
Tell them about what I said about your lady and that black dude at work. Tell them.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell them.
You just fucking did.
Yeah. Tell them what else I tell them. What's the best thing for you to do? What did I say? Same thing I said about Terry Bale. What? The same thing, huh? Say it. I'm proud I said it, and I hope you do it.
Elmo, come on. Elmo, what? Come on. Cool out,
Fuck,
man.
come on here fucking telling me first off and all this. Fuck you. I know you did it. You're a little liar. I got an email right here. I got an email
Prove it.
right here, you son of a bitch.
Prove it. Prove it. I want to see
Okay.
the fucking proof.
I'm about to show it to you.
Okay, well, there's, you know.
Well, kind of going back, Eric. When I was talking about that, I was talking
Yeah, I know.
about
You were
what
talking
somebody
about
else.
something
what-
else somebody else said. But the thing about
but
that video
because
went viral. It was already
because
people who saw that video before I even made mine.
because this person held that position, it was creating tension. That was the only reason why I brought you up, because this was also creating tension. It was not an attack against you or anything along those lines. It was just expressing what was kind of going on within that group at that time, right? But I mean, it was never supposed to be an attack about you, and it's also past tense. You said that you and Gary kind of fixed everything, right? Because it was in the past.
We never had an argument though. We never.
But
had a
no, see,
fight. We
you
never
guys
had
might
a
not have.
war.
You guys might not have had arguments, but in the Hangouts, he would during the time that he was in the Hangouts with us, he would constantly be talking shit about you. And then that's why I said there was a war between Gary and Eric. And then Duncan was really getting tired of, and then so was Ed, getting tired of constantly hearing Eric bashing. And that's the only reason why I brought it up in that video, because it pertains. Like, in order to understand my perspective on the whole situation, we have to go through the history of it.
Eric, you want me to tell you what them dudes said? And everybody here, let them tell you if I'm lying or not. They said if you want to go to sleep, put one of your fucking videos on. And the next day you sent the motherfucker a guitar. Ooh, drop the mic. Am I lying? Who's calling me a lie? I don't hear nobody. You hear crickets, huh, Eric? Now go do what I told you to do.
No, Elmo, I understand you're bringing up, you know, what's real, but don't tell. Please, you know, don't do that, man. I cannot approve of that on my channel. No, seriously, I don't like hearing that, you know, telling somebody to hurt themselves or anybody.
What's up?
You know, I'm serious.
I'm a cut out, bro. I'm sorry about that, Bruce. I'll talk to y'all later.
It's okay.
I got triggered. I'm going through some shit. I went through some shit today, and I blame it on this motherfucker leaking that video.
Yeah.
Everything I'm going through is from him. A video that's nothing about him. He just wanted to make sure the people it was about seen it so he could start shit. So he could have something to make videos about and say he's the victim and quit YouTube again. Why ain't anybody fucking seeing this? And then baby him anymore? I'm sorry about it, y'all. I'm sorry about that.
You're okay with that, Elmo. I don't mind you saying that. You know?
I'm going through some shit on account of this. I'm losing my fucking channels all fucked up now. My comment section's taken over by trolls. I can't make fucking comments. If people make comments, they get attacked. My channel's fucked now. So I'm going to drive it into the ground. It's a good thing you're not still here, Eric. Oh, come back. Oh, please come back. Oh, please come back. Please come back so I could do it to you too.
I'm not coming back.
Oh, not nice like before.
No,
Not
I'm not
nice
coming
like
back.
before. Not nice like before.
I'm not
This
coming
stupid motherfucker, y'all, let me tell you what he told me. I got plenty of other shit I could be doing. I ain't
Yeah,
got
and I
time
was
for
doing
this.
it while
And
you
then what I
fucking
told you,
wanted to
I
shit
tell
on
you
me
one
last
thing
night.
you ain't got to do, YouTube. You suck at YouTube. You shouldn't even be allowed to look at YouTube.
Almost.
Where's the fucking confident adult who's supposed to be supervising you? You assisted living stupid motherfucker. Where are they at?
Assistant living.
You got some kind of, you should be in one. If you had a responsible adult to take care of you and correct you, this wouldn't happen to you. You need a supervisor, and he'll high five you when you do right. High five, high five. And when you're good, they'll take you to Denny's.
Well, I think it'd be better.
Do you like fried ice cream, Eric? I bet you do.
I like fried ice cream.
I've never had it, but I've heard it's good.
I would be good for fried ice cream.
I had
Well,
fried ice cream at
like,
Chi-Chi's
don't they-
once.
Don't they like deep freeze it and then like then
Yeah,
they coat
Eric,
it
you
like
got me
in a...
fucked up with friends. You know what else? You put them other dudes in a bad spot. It's your fault that shit happened to Mick. I was cool with
How
that dude
is
for a
it
long
my
time,
fucking
longer than
fault?
you. And this
How
ain't
is
your
it
first
my
time.
fucking fault?
Remember back when you did this shit and
How
you jumped
is
in with
it
Terry
my
Bear?
fucking
Remember a
fault?
while back when you did the same shit with Terry Bear and you fucked with that dude, Electric Gypsy Blues? Remember that?
I
You're
didn't
so
fuck with
lucky.
him.
That dude was right there in the same state as you. You're so lucky
I
that dude didn't come
fuck
put them
with
big
him.
ass hands he
I
had on you.
didn't fuck
And you know
with
what? He could actually play guitar. And
I
you
didn't fuck with
fucking
him. He's
ran
the
him
one that
off.
called
You
my ass.
non-playing
I
ass
did
ran
not,
somebody
you
who could play off.
motherfucker.
Oh,
I
he'd have
did
put them
not.
big
He
hands
called
on you.
my ass and was pissed off at me because I was friends with Terry.
Look, what I told y'all, this dude ain't new to drama. This dude ain't new to drama.
Oh wait, you're okay, but anyhow, so I don't know shit.
He got pissed off because I was friends with Terry. He calls me up, starts acting like you do with fucking
Eric,
slang and
everybody
everything
knows your
else.
side of the story
Yeah.
can't be trusted. Everybody knows you're mentally incompetent. Everybody knows that.
No,
You know how many people private message me and tell me how right I am about you?
Yeah, just your friends.
Just my friends? Okay.
I don't know.
Same people that compliment you on your videos private message me and tell me what they really think about you.
Eric, I mean, the only thing that would ever piss me off is that sometimes.
I'm not joking, y'all.
Yeah, I'm just.
One thing
when
I
I said-
am, hey,
when I
one thing
called
I
you a
am,
dork, I
one
thought
thing
that
I'm
was
not,
your
one thing I'm
video,
not,
you were
I'm not a
joking around.
fucking liar. One thing I'm not a fucking liar.
What the fuck did I lie about?
I'm just saying, I'm not lying. Everything I'm saying here is
What the fuck did I
true.
lie about?
How you feel about that,
I
though?
lie about?
How you feel about that?
What the fuck did I lie about?
Motherfuckers, look at your shit to go to sleep, and then you send them a guitar.
Do you think I give a shit?
Well, that doesn't have anything to do. No. Anyhow, the damn.
You're sad, Eric.
Yeah.
Dude, you're sad, dude.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, Elmo, I'm not sure that really. I'm trying to think how to word this.
Dude, I gotta get off this hangout. You know why, bro? This dude's sadness might rub off on me, dude.
Yeah.
For real, bro. It's like cancer, dude. Y'all can't feel it? It's
I
like
don't
cancer.
the only thing that ever pissed me off with Eric is sometimes.
This dude is cancer. No, I gotta go. This dude is fucking cancer. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, bro.
Okay,
Y'all
man. Take
take
care,
it
bro.
easy.
Take care, man. Yeah, I mean that's about it, Eric. You know, and I'd make a video kind of half fucking around, but
Yo, ladies, fucking black dudes, everybody.
jeez, Elmo's wound up. Not saying I agree with it all. Not saying, but I do think Elmo might have some points about stuff that it's kind of sad. I mean, if you know how sometimes we can treat one another and shit. You know, we all have our freaking faults, I guess. You know, kind of sucks.
Yeah, but you know, the only way that you can work through it is through discussion and trying to, you know, I mean,
don't
it's
know where and who fucking said I passed that shit around like that. I did not put that shit on fucking Google Plus because then everybody on Google Plus would have saw it. It's not even on my fucking channel. I just started using Google Plus because I stopped using fucking whatever this shit is.
Well, I'll be honest. I mean, you know, from what I do know is some things were shared, and Elmo did get some things shared to him, and now maybe the person was drunk and fucked up themselves and said something that wasn't. Maybe they just screwed up, but regardless, that's what was typed out and sent to him, and so that's how he sees it. You know, what the hell? Can't blame him for seeing some of that stuff that way. You know. You know, honest, you know, almost nodded. Some things, you know, he was heated up tonight. I'm not sure I didn't agree with, but I think some of what he's saying, he has reason to believe what he's saying. And you know, now maybe it wasn't.
Instead of fucking coming to me and asking me or talking to me, he's got to fucking send me a bunch of shit. You know, he's not the only one who was being fucking trolled over shit, too.
Yeah. Well, people, I mean, unfortunately, people are going to get pissed off on an open forum like YouTube at times. You know what I mean? I think we should go right back to fucking Tonewood. I'm telling you, goddamn it, Tonewood's real. And you know, y'all fucked up don't agree with me. I'm kidding. I think it was more fun, though. At least then we were only mad at inanimate objects and well, I would get hurt, though, when somebody said I was wrong, even maybe, I don't know, maybe I was somewhat wrong. Well, anyhow, I think it's really bad that when we go after right straight to personal attacks. So that's when it's really a shame, though. It's no longer an object or a thought or something anymore.
Well, Bruce, I'll apologize to you right now because hearing that you're wrong hurts your feelings. I'll apologize to you for telling you that you were wrong about how to sharpen a power saw.
Well, yeah, I think I'm only somewhat right, but it's being pretty anal, and it's not realistic. You know, I was cutting some carpet up the other day, and you know, and carpet's dirty and stuff, and to be honest, sitting there polishing up with a fine deburn and making everything perfect and polishing out with a fine stone, that's not reality. You drag it across a rough stone and you say, good enough, back to cutting your carpet. Does that make any sense?
Sure.
You just, you can't, you know, and anybody who's using a chainsaw all the time, yep, I mean, I would suspect, you know, every couple of days, at least once a week, if you're running it all the time, you would have to keep it sharp, wouldn't you?
Well, absolutely.
Right.
But unlike a knife, it's not you're not sharpening an included angle. You're just sharpening a single angle.
Well, it's like the Japanese type of knife they use. Actually, a number of Japanese knives are done that way. It's just that you might do 1 degree on a knife like that, say at 20 degrees instead of 2 at 10 or something, you know, or whatever, you know. So that's how they do, you know, when they're cutting sushi and that kind of thing. You still have to. Anyhow, I don't want to get into it. That's just I have a different. I'm a little more anal, okay? That's all. That's big on that kind of thing. Maybe a lot of things, but you know, in that, I am a little picky. I mean, after all, I do shave with the damn things I sharpen. I'm kind of picky.
I would suggest you make it sharp then.
If I could get everybody's address, I'd make up a list of, or a stack of free proctologist tickets, and we could all be perfect assholes.
Well, I am pretty perfect, I think.
Well, this asshole won't be back on YouTube, and he won't be fucking playing with the Google shit. He won't be doing anything else anymore. I'm fucking done with this shit. Period.
Life, yeah. Well, I'm glad you came on, though, there, buddy.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah. Well, you know, whatever. You know, I mean, what the hell? This is a pretty nice place. What the hell?
So, some people's personalities can only take so much digging, and then they can't take it.
Right. Well, you know, when I make a video making fun of myself and somebody calls me a dork, it's like, well, that was sort of the idea of it, you know. And so I wasn't making fun of somebody else, making fun of my own self. I mean, that kind of shit. And like, sure, you're going to get a little bit of slap back from that kind of attitude. And then don't cry when somebody snaps back at you a bit, you know. I mean, that's so, well, you leave YouTube then, I guess. You know?
Well, he's my friend, so all I can do is support his decision, with it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I can. I mean, and I'm not, you know, I shouldn't probably even say this, but I'm not trying to, well, whatever the fuck. People want to give their whole fucking everything, whatever the fuck, you know. Anyhow, see you, Eric. Take care, man. But, yeah, I wish, well, you know, I wish Duncan and Ed would come on and talk with you. I thought that would be good, but what the heck.
Well, they're in the comment section. But, you know, it's a game to them or something. I don't fucking get it. You know, since day one, I was willing to talk this stuff, get it resolved, all that shit, since day one. But then being ignored for like completely for like one day, and another person kind of attacking me and telling me I owe them apologies and all this other shit, and like how everybody's a victim and like I'm the person that's fucking doing all the damage. And when I sit there and I try to speak on behalf of myself, it's like they just attack me more for not going along with their delusional little fucking world. You know, and
yeah, they're reacting like people with hurt feelings.
Yeah, but there's no reason to be hurt because nothing had happened to them for them to be hurt.
Right, but it's all about perception. If they perceive that they they've been hurt, then they're going to feel hurt. That's just
You
the
know,
way it is.
I'd like to say something here, though. I'm reading now and looking through the comments, and I see Ed saying that good video, Bruce. Cool. Okay, let me see here. What the hell did I just read? Just moved on. Says they're all trolls, but Eric, that kind of thing. Well, Ed, actually, I wouldn't mind you coming here and actually talking. You know, I think last time we didn't really get to talk. I mean, pretty much all you did is flipped out. There was no discussion. I mean,
I got to talk to a man about a chicken.
you know, if you're going to call me a troll, then come in here and talk about it.
You got to talk to a man about a chicken? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
You got to go wring your chicken's neck. Tell the truth.
I thought he meant that he was going for a bio break.
I would have said about a horse, but I am modest.
No, God.
Yeah, it. I would think
He's got rooster problems.
you know, if you're going to make accusations, I do think a person should be willing to discuss it. Because to me,
Yeah, if the person's willing to discuss. But as you've seen, and as Mr. Rancher came on and said, I didn't get a chance to say a word wise, and when I did get a chance to say a word wise, he didn't listen.
wait, you're saying with what? Go ahead, run that by again.
Elmo.
Yeah.
That he comes in loaded for bear, doesn't allow me to have a word in edgewise, and I tell him straight to his face, plain serious, I have nothing to do with this shit. I don't have Will's fucking link. I didn't look at his likes, and he still has gone on how he is.
Oh,
So I'm just clearing the air.
right.
And all the other comments that were seen, and I'm not doing anything about it. Elmo can keep doing what he's doing. That's fine and dandy, but I'm clearing the air that I did tell him. I was honest, no bullshit. He keeps ranting on that I'm lying. I'm lying.
Some of that, Terry, may be because you know, unless I'm misunderstanding it, I'm just going to bring it out. The best of my knowledge is it the information, and that would help a hell of a lot if Ed would be here and actually talk. Is it the information and all these posts that Ed sent Elmo? That's how it comes across. And that's how it came across to me, and I think that's why Elmo sees it that way. That's a big part. That's a huge big like. I
Well,
question it all too, but that doesn't.
As I publicly stated when Elmo started his crap, I said, I would like to see Will's video so I can draw my own conclusion. Elmo instinctively, oh, you've seen the fucking video. You know how to get to the video. He jumped to the conclusion. I said, no, I didn't.
All right,
And I
so
said, stop.
let's say this then. Let's just look at it this way. We know that accusations obviously don't make us feel good. We don't like it. And to see accusations that, you know, Gary's doing this, Gary's doing that, Gary's doing this, and then Will's doing this, Will's doing that, you know, on it, it's not good. It's not healthy.
No, it isn't.
It's just not good.
And I mean, it was so ridiculous because when I get confronted, I laugh because of disbelief. That's instantly some type of instant trigger to mean that I'm guilty. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Well, you know, yeah, I don't know.
I go around doing stuff to purposely, you know, cause crap. Oh yeah, like I need that in my life.
Yeah, I mean, but at least as I understood it, the way it came across, it really does look like Elmo was told that that video was sent to them by Eric or by you or by, I forget where all it went, but it was kind of weird. And, you know, so I can kind of see where he might have been thinking that, but that sort of left him, I think, really thinking that. I don't know what else he could think.
And the worst part of all is, I like Elmo, and like I said, and the worst part is, I actually did like Elmo. I didn't mind his videos, and at the same time, I also think that somehow he's innocent in all this, and I was supporting him, but I get shit on. I'm supposedly the cause of his problems.
No, I guess. I mean, the reality is, he clicked the like on the video and didn't know that it would show up. You know, I mean, whatever stuff happens. You know,
It was
and
an
so,
innocent mistake.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it's spread around to
exactly.
people. It's like, oh well, you know, it's a dang shame. But at any rate, now we've got videos being made that obviously a few hundred people will probably see. I think it should be. I think it would be good to see it actually worked on while Will's here, because soon, you know, I'm gonna have to shut it down, and I'm sure
Well,
Will has to go.
I don't know. I mean, I know why, but you know, the phrase, I guess you can say, I don't know why they did the videos that they did publicly.
I don't know.
I mean, because I mean, no good can come from it. You know what I mean? No good can come from it, and all it does is expose our dirty laundry a little bit. But at the same time, it makes me look bad, and it makes them look bad. Especially considering a lot of the stuff that they're saying, they're absolutely 100% fucking wrong. And then when they finally realize that they're wrong, they're going to have to recant. You know what I mean? And so I don't know why they did. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they. If they wanted to do a video, make it private, then I can understand that. I mean, I fucking did that. But it's you know what I mean? It's like you don't expose it, because all you're going to end up doing is you're giving fucking trolls fucking information. You know what I mean? All you're doing is you're fucking letting them into your world, and now they have inside information a little bit. Luckily, most of the stuff that they were saying is incorrect. You know, but I don't know why they fucking did that. I purposely was trying to keep a low profile and not bring the shit up publicly, and only talk to the people that it directly affected.
Well, here's the thing, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, I don't really get why, and I'm not trying to cause trouble, but here I'm looking at, you know, and Ed's, I mean, if he's going to type away, then I'll just repeat it. He's like, yeah, fucking idiots. It was a trashing video. Will made it to take us down. It's like, well, yeah, I would say Will was probably pissed off being accused. I mean, I would be pissed off. But, you know, it's like, Ed, you know, why don't you come in here and talk? I mean, if you have something to talk about, you know, maybe you could actually talk it out and work it out. That would actually, I think, be positive.
So
Yes, that would.
on the comment section here of your video, Bruce, this live video, we got Ed basically saying, post the video, prick. And then he's got another one that says, yeah, fucking idiots. It was a trashing video. Will made it to take us down. Oops, didn't work. The pricks. Elmo is the Linda Dana account, the racist bastard. Now she
Yeah, I saw that. Yes, like
I don't think that it's Elmo.
doesn't even. I think he doesn't even know how to make another account.
Trolls, all of them but Eric. Everybody's a fucking troll to these motherfuckers.
I take offense to that. I haven't trolled anybody. I haven't done anything that is not my own name and my own face.
Yeah, I like I had said before, they kind of have gotten paranoid. And I mean, the thing is to sit there and maybe accuse somebody of being like maybe one troll, maybe two trolls or something. That I can kind of understand that a little bit, especially if the troll has a similar writing style or sense of humor or something. I can kind of get that. But to sit there and accuse somebody of like a huge list, like a Santa Claus list of fucking toys and shit, of being all of these fucking trolls, and knowing that if they think about the past and they think about the history, they would know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I couldn't possibly be those trolls. I couldn't possibly be those trolls. You know, and it's just weird that I was being accused of it. Like, where did this come from?
I don't know.
You know, but whatever. I am a ringleader. I am the saboteur. I am the person that divides. I am evil encompassed in flesh.
Well, I did run this off the wrong channel. I should have been on the St. Christopher channel. So, you know.
But the point
Done
is,
with you. See, now it's like LOL, remarkable, done with you. Yeah, whatever, Ed. Whatever, Ed. You know, I mean, the thing is I have been willing to talk to all of them. I have. And
Come
I
on.
was trying.
Wait, I have to call you out. You're lying. And you know how I know you're lying?
Because I'm speaking.
Yeah, it's because you're lying. I mean, show me proof that just show me proof one time that you've been willing to talk with them.
I can show you screenshots and private messages where I had sent Gary a link. I've also, as far as Ed goes, he tried to get me into a hangout yesterday or the day before, and problem is I couldn't do it at that time. But he and I had spoken beforehand, and he was still on my Facebook. I was always willing to talk to Ed. And then Duncan, I was trying to talk to him since day one. Problem is he wouldn't respond back to any of the messages that I sent him. So I just said, I'm done with this.
But my kind of point was, they obviously could talk to you right now. I'll talk with you. That would be easy to do.
Yeah. Like part of me sits back and I sit back and I go, who here is the delusional one? Is it me or is it them? You know, because apparently there's somebody that's fucking wrong in this equation. Somebody's wrong. Is it me or is it them? And part of me is like, well, you know, when you're insane, you don't really know you're insane. So am I the one? Or is it them? Like, and it's I really wonder this, because I sit back and I look at, I mean, all of the things that I know to be true and all the things that I've experienced in the history, and I look at it. And I sit back and I'm thinking, it's them. They're the ones that they've lost their mind. They're paranoid.
Yeah.
They've lost their fucking minds. And it's a shame. I mean, it is, you know. But, I mean, them accusing me of all this nasty shit or whatever is totally uncalled for, and it's fucking wrong, and they know it's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
all I know is at the end of the day, it's as Rob and I think as you said as well, Will, and I think a few others have said, you know, the inherent problem is you know, whatever issues that Use 4 are having should have been kept between Use 4 and
I
nothing,
agree. Yeah, I agree.
and nothing should ever
And,
came
well,
out.
yeah. Well, when I did the private video, the only reason why I did it was because for me to really explain my perspective on it, it's like you'd have to know the whole history that goes back a long time, you know, and then and all I could do was tell it from my perspective, right? And then I didn't want to tell the story like 2 times, 3 times, but since Bruce and Elmo are part of kind of like in the semicircle, I figured I would just do a private video, share it with them, and then that would be that, right? And it would also be kind of therapeutic for me to do the video because nobody else was hearing my side. Nobody was allowing me to even speak. So I did it. And then it leaked out a little bit. And I wasn't mad when it got leaked out a little bit. I wasn't really mad because everything that I said in it, I would say it again. Publicly, I'd say it again. But I don't think that the dirty laundry should be out there. You know.
Well, now obviously it is, you know. I mean,
A little bit of it. A little bit of it.
Right. But I mean, it's
And that's fine. I mean, you know, just because we're on YouTube and we got subscribers and everything, we're human beings and we're fucked up. We don't have perfect lives and we have drama just like everybody else does. You know, so I mean, it is what it is, and as long as all of us are trying to be honest and all of us are actually just speaking through our perception, and the other people are trying to understand the other person's perception, I think this is stuff that can be resolved. But if you're being stubborn and you're trying to dictate the terms of friendships and all this other shit, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. I apologize for being cocky when I came on the video or opened this up, but I was kind of hoping to drag you guys in, and then from there hopefully we could talk. you know. And I know.
Well, thanks for your effort. I didn't know exactly what the purpose of your hangout was, other than going by the title. But thanks for the effort. You
Well,
know.
I thought, you know, when I watched both of the videos, yeah, I mean, I don't know what I offered, but I watched both of those videos today, and I'm just kind of like, it's pretty one-sided. It's not, and beyond that, I think it's wrong. You know, there are some admissions in there that there was some things that we did talk about, and I think were probably talked about as far as, you know, thinking that it was Gary and this and that, but I don't think they are really recognizing how bad that went, though, and where it led, thinking the same way about someone else.
Yeah, well, I never told them to think that it was Gary. This is the stuff that they kind of just brought on.
Well, yeah, and like I said, I think part of the upset was I think Duncan really felt that there was some type of rule kind of set that no one would make troll accounts anymore. And I don't know if it was done that way or not, but it you know.
Well, quite honestly, there was a few different kind of like packs or whatever that we had. Like one of them was we weren't going to be doing any of the troll hunting anymore. This is one of the reasons why Gary and I wanted to keep it a secret, because we didn't want to let Ed and Duncan in on it, because we thought that they would get too upset if they knew that we were up to that. Right, so it was just going to be something that he and I were going to be doing on the down low. So there's that, but there was also one that we did that basically said, if you were planning on doing something like that, don't tell us about it. Right, there was one that was like that too. But there was also another one saying that if you were going to do something like this, you got to tell us too. Right, so I mean, it's like no matter what you do, you're going to break at least one of the packs. Right. So I mean, but you know, these things were kind of just you know, they were kind of changing with the waves of the environment at the time. You know, because you know, if all of us would get fed up, we'd be like, okay, no more of this. We agreed to it, but then some things might get a little hostile, and then a couple people would say, let's do this, and you know, so and it happened like 2 or 3 times, something like that, from what I recall. But yeah, but apparently. Ed thinks I have done him wrong, which doesn't make any fucking sense. But and I mean, and he's fucking bitching me out and stuff like that in your comments section of this video, calling me a prick and all this other shit, which I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even making any fucking. Oh, excuse me, he's not making any. I'm reading his.
Bruce, you swore.
Well,
Damn
I
it.
do swear a lot, but I'm reading Ed's writing, and so yeah, of course, it's, you know, yeah, this is what happens with fuckwads. Like, well, God, sorry, man. It's like, well, you know, Ed, I tell you what, Ed, I'm gonna give you 5 freaking minutes. You're gonna post shit like this, then come in and let's talk. You know how I am with this kind of thing, Ed. You got 5 minutes, and I gotta go to bed. I'd like to see you come in. I really would. I mean, you know, you're able to type this stuff. You were able to come in earlier. Have some fucking balls. Come on. I mean, you're making the accusations. You made the video. Tell you what, if you can't come in here in 5 minutes, I think it would be decent of you to take that video down by tomorrow, or take it down tonight. If you don't have the balls to back your fucking video, then take it down. You know, come on. In other words, what I'm saying is, don't be a fucking puss.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna go have a cigarette. I'm upstairs right now. I can't smoke up here. Give me a second. I'll be back.
All right. And I didn't mean that in a mean way. I mean, I don't know how not to. Just being straight up. I mean, you know, you're saying some pretty nasty shit in the comments in your video. You come in here and talk. You know, you got a couple minutes. Will's gonna have a cigarette. You can come back. That would be respectable, I think. I mean, just calling people fuckwads and stupid stuff like that really doesn't do any good. I don't think. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know what'll happen. You know, kind of. I just always find it strange. You know, years I've been on YouTube with crazy cults and religious arguments and stuff. To be honest, people that won't talk when they make accusations, they're usually wrong. You know, I mean, I could see if they were like way outnumbered or something, maybe, but in general, most people will back their point if they have something to say like that.
If you have a point and you believe in it,
you can back it. You know, and you should be able to face questioning and that kind of thing if you're going to make something like that.
Then again, there are those that believe in flat Earth with no actual proof.
Oh, you know, and those guys will show up in a hangout to try to prove it to you.
The belief. Let me yell at you, and you'll have the right answer.
Yeah, it's true. It doesn't make it right if you yell a lot. No.
Doesn't always get your point passed or get an answer you want either.
No, but
puts up a brick wall.
That is probably something a lot of people want to avoid, but I mean, unfortunately, that is sometimes part of a discussion, especially a tense discussion. But
like I said, that's why I reacted how I did when I was confronted. I did not yell. I did not scream. I was very plain-faced. Gave straight answers. I didn't fuck around. Because, again, like you said, yelling and screaming and ranting, what does that do? It just makes the situation worse.
I've got a great idea. Save all of the heated arguments for the middle of winter and everybody can be warmed up by it.
But kind of what I'm saying, though, in a situation like this, if somebody gets heated up or gets loud or angry, I mean, some of that I just accept as, well, that's going to happen, you know.
Some people's anger level is different than others. And that's simply what it is.
But if you're avoiding communication to try to work something out in fear of that, I don't think that's good, you know, especially while you're making accusations.
Well, trouble finds me. I don't look for it. It fucking finds me.
You know,
it's my middle name.
Hey, what's up, Gung Ho?
Hey, what's going on?
Speaking of trouble finding trouble.
Uh-oh. You enjoying the show?
What's that?
I'll tell you. I say you enjoying the show.
You have to admit, man.
Sorry, what have I walked into? I just had a live stream myself. What's going on?
You walked into like a happy dream. This is not a nightmare for you. This is where you know, all the shit you got, you know, well, and whether it was deserved or not, whatever, you're getting to see other people fighting.
From where you're at, Gung Ho, you just tuned into the blunder from Up Over.
I can sum it up perfectly. And so go the YouTube days of our lives.
He has a stomach.
Okay, yeah. The only thing I gathered was something on Terry's channel. I haven't seen the rest of it, so I'll have to do the rounds. I assume there must be some sort of war going on again.
But okay, there is just one thing I want to know. I want an answer for it. One thing that was bugging me for a long time. What are your thoughts on masturbation?
In what regard, Bruce?
Okay, never mind. Carry on.
No. Like, in what regard? But like, as a pastime, as a career choice?
Okay. Fair enough. Question. As a career choice here on YouTube.
Well, look. As a person that claims to be an artist and a musician, I know all about masturbation.
As long as your channel doesn't get shut down, You could possibly make some money doing that.
Musical masturbation.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think since I monetized, I think I've made something like 33 cents. So, you know.
Well, you just got to do that 100 more times.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you have $33. You know, but I think it's a genre of music that nobody's really tapped into yet, and it's romantic masturbation music. You know, because they have the music for like couples and stuff to dance to or to make love to, like the burnt chicken music. You know, burnt chicken, burnt chicken, burnt chicken. But
But Will, do you really bucks to that?
What's that?
Who bucks to that? Who plays that while they're
Well, when I used to make love to Andy and Barry Gibb, I used to listen to it.
You need to have that like bass thing going. I think that's one thing you get that like boom, 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 and then add some like funk bass to it and stuff, and maybe some weird ethereal, I don't know what cosmic guitar stuff, and then
maybe it's a generation thing. Because like I used to like to do it to Sonic Youth and Soundgarden.
Cool Kitty.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of makes me feel bad. I used to do it to Tiny Tim, and
Hi, Tim.
yeah, that guy, he rocks. You know, a lot of people. If you ever listen to him plug that shit into an amp, an old Marshall, turn everything up to 10. You know.
I mean, honestly, I know you don't like her, but Sinatra, you know, I don't know, but the one that really got me was Andy Williams, you know.
No, Andy Williams. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
What about Perry Como?
All right, I have a question for the music guys. There you go. I told someone recently that Andy Williams did the song Feeling Groovy, and I swear I remember hearing it as a kid. And I went looking for it, and I can't find a recording of it anywhere, or any evidence that he ever sang it. I swear I heard it.
Well, when you do a search for his name, does it show up like in his record shit, like on Wikipedia or whatever?
I didn't see it. Maybe if you know, there is something though. Simon and Garfunkel was on his show though, so maybe I don't know. I swear I heard it as a kid, and I thought it was him singing it. You know.
Mandela effect.
I bet he did it on. I bet he did an album with it, where he took it from his show if they were on it.
Maybe it just never went anywhere, really, you know, and so it didn't get recognition. It's not showing up in the Google search. But like you're saying, well, if you looked at every album, maybe I would find it.
Yeah, because I mean, well, there's also been times though I could have sworn that there was one singer that did this song, and for years and years and years I thought it was them, and later on I found it was somebody that just sounded like them.
Oh yeah, that could have happened. Yeah.
You know, that shit's happened to me so many fucking times.
Like Badfinger sounding like the Beatles.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever heard anybody that sounds like the Beatles.
Badfinger, no matter. Let me see. Can't even think of the name of the song now.
If you got it,
Ain't talking about love, and
come and get it.
the Beatles, you know, I think they got their idea from the Everly Brothers. Weren't the Everly Brothers before the Beatles?
Yeah,
real
the Beatles, like the Everly
real
Brothers,
close
they
to the same time, late 50s.
I thought the Everly Brothers were around like the Chuck Berry era and the Chubby Checker kind of.
Yeah, that's why I just always thought that the Beatles got some of their ideas from them. Maybe not. Who knows? Yeah.
Well, the Beatles were, and the Elvis, I think, were around the same time, but the Beatles, I think, kind of looked up to Elvis in a way, so that means Elvis was probably a little bit before them.
Yeah.
Feeling Groovy was Simon and Garfunkel.
Yep.
Yeah, and some other weird band. Some band that did it, then did a remake. It was, I guess, semi-popular.
Was it the Monkees or the, what's the other one? The,
Archies.
No, the one that actually was a TV family.
The Bugaloos? The Partridge Family?
Yeah. Because I thought they sung something very similar.
I was going to say H&R Puffin stuff, but then...
What a show, man.
Yeah, I think, you know, They said it was for kids. I believe it was for stoners.
I think you might be right.
A fucking talking flute and shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you'd
time,
have to be
like
high
that.
to understand any of that.
That's pretty
That
weird.
was that kid Jack White, wasn't it?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to watch that shit, and I thought it was cool. So I thought, like, when I got older and I found an old copy of it, like on YouTube, I said, I think I'm gonna watch this. You know, it didn't make any fucking sense to me at all as an adult.
I know.
And I'm thinking the only way that this could make sense is if I fucking drink a quart of acid. You know.
I've watched the Munsters lately, and I thought that maybe I'd like it. You know, I thought, oh, this would be cool. Go back and watch that. You know, and like, well, it's not funny anymore. What the heck? You know.
Yeah, but I think our humor evolves, and you can't really laugh at the shit that you used to. It's almost like you become desensitized to certain types of low-level humor.
We have YouTube now.
You know, I mean, because I sat back and I think to myself, like, man, I used to love this show when I was younger. I can hardly wait to watch it, you know, now. And you watch it and you're like, man, how could I have liked this? This is horrible.
Oh wow.
And the memory is like better than the actual reality, right? Because like there was this TV show that came on in the 80s that I thought was pretty cool. It was called Sledgehammer. And it was about this cop who used to talk to his gun. And it was a comedy and shit like that. And at the time, I thought it was great. And then I ended up, when it came out on DVD, I bought it and I was watching them. And I said, this is horrible. I mean, the acting is shit. You know, everything is just really fucking bad. The jokes are horrible.
It was
and I'm
kind
like,
of
how
a
could I have
parody.
liked this?
It was kind of a parody on Shaft.
I was going to say, I guess, does somebody have Elmo blocked by chance?
Yeah.
You do?
Well, pretty obviously with the words I had said to me.
Let's see.
So I don't know if you're looking at any of the comments, Gung Ho, but
No, mate.
Ed is saying that you're a guy that I wanted him to destroy. He was always fucked up about that, and now it's something about his friend shaking my head, and it says, sorry, Carlos, Will fucked you up. So just thought I would share that with you.
His video, is that what you're talking about?
No, it's in the live hangout. If you look at the comments of this live hangout on Bruce's channel.
I think the only thing I asked, and maybe it was a little personal, well, up and beyond, I think the only thing I asked is about swallowing or spitting, and I think that's where I drew the line. I thought to go beyond that would be too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
I do. Okay, okay, all right. I apologize for that. That was.
well, those, but in a sense, it's kind of like these are the good old days. Like, like even though what was it like 7, 8 months ago? How long ago was that?
Good old days, 7, 8 months ago.
Well, yeah, when you start getting older, the good old days are like last week and shit. You know.
The good old days was this morning.
Yeah, and it's it's like for me, it's like I don't know, I've evolved, I've kind of grown up, and there's like a certain learning curve you get like on YouTube and with digital interaction, and it's like you sit back and you think about all the little like fights that you had or disagreements or whatever you had, and you're just like, what a waste of time and how stupid it is, you know, and.
Well, I agree with you. Oh, okay, now I see some comments underneath the video. Is that what you mean? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Carlos, Will fuck you up. Look, guys, I don't know anything about this. I just responded to the invitation from Bruce.
I appreciate.
yeah.
So he's talking about a long time ago when me and you were kind of going at it.
Okay. Well, that's
As far as I'm concerned, spilled milk. Fuck it. Because I know there's a couple of times I tried getting you into a fucking hangout, but you weren't around. I think you were in Costa Rica at the time.
yeah. 2 months ago or something like that.
Something like that.
I saw an invitation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't make it.
Guys, I'm like really, really disappointed, man. I have thumbs down on this hangout already. 5 thumbs down, only 1 thumb up.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
click
I'm
thumbs
sorry.
up. I'm sorry, dude. Let me
Time
click
to-
thumbs up. I'm sorry.
Time to take your channel down, Bruce.
You know what?
Okay, you
I'm
got
gonna
two
fix
now.
it. I'm gonna fix it here. I'm gonna thumb it down. I always do that. I like thumbing down my own video. Now we have 6 down and 2 up.
Sorry to interrupt, Bruce. I'm going to Scarpa because yeah, I was actually going to go after my last live stream, but I thought I'd spend a little bit of time with you guys to say hello. And it looks like I've got a lot of catching up to do.
Hello, Gung.
All right. Yeah.
No,
Good
no
luck with everything.
shortage of drama. No shortage of drama recently.
No. Apparently not.
But if I can interject for a second, no matter what Elmo does when he comes back on here, I've said my piece. I'm really sorry to hear all this shit has came out the way it is. I wish that, none of this aftermath crap would have gone on. I wish people didn't make accusations and other comments that they have. And, again, I'm hoping that, stuff will finally calm down and, people will try to use their heads better and maybe things can kind of get back to normal. Again, I've said my piece, I've said my points. I'm not taking anyone's sides, and that's ultimately what people just simply need to do. Let Will and whoever deal with their stuff. Don't bother fucking them. Don't fucking say any shit to them. Let them fucking deal with it until it's either resolved or not resolved. Simple as that. With that said, have a good night, folks, and
Take care, then, Terry.
catch you
Thanks
later.
for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yep. Take care, Terry.
Thanks, man.
Cheers,
Good night.
Peace.
all right. Yeah. So I'm going to split too. Yeah. Nice seeing you guys again.
Good seeing you.
I'm going to do the rounds and see what the fuck's been going on.
Good day.
All right, gung ho.
Take
Have a
care.
good,
Peace.
Yeah, I'm gonna get crazy and go to sleep too. I'm tired.
Wait.
Yes.
Time for a short commercial interruption here, and this segment was brought to you by Ivory, 99.9% pure.
It is. Well, I like it, but it leaves soap scum compared to Dove in the tub. That's the only drawback I have with it. And Dove also has more oils in it. I don't know if they're good for you or not. And detergent. I kind of like the idea of detergent.
Yeah,
I use Axe body wash exclusively.
Well,
Bleach
if you like the idea of detergent, then why don't you just go ahead and bathe with transmission fluid?
Well, I have used dishwashing detergent. It doesn't leave soap scum, and well, it can dry you out a little bit though. So you gotta.
Yeah, but it does pretty good for your fleas and ticks.
Yeah, actually it does. and then after that, I just throw some mineral oil all over my body and wipe that in, and heck, a little bit of dab here in your hair. Hell, it's pretty good. It's not bad. Works pretty good. Mineral oil is good stuff. You can use it for guitars. You can use it for a lot of things. And they even make a thick, concentrated formula of Vaseline. Can't ask for much more than that. But all right, and all aside,
coconut oil, you can use it on your teeth too.
Ivory does smell good. I have to give it that. It's a good traditional old-time smell.
Well, anything good enough for Marilyn Chambers is good enough for me.
There you go.
For Maryland's Chambers.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna probably jump off here, have one more cigarette, and then crash out or something along those lines.
See you then. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thanks for allowing me to kind of, at least express some of my perspective on all this. Right now everything seems to be pretty much like one-sided and
clear as mud.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
But I'm sure that there'll be some more bullshit that's going to be thrown out there and whatnot. And I guess I'll just let everybody play their stupid fucking game.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, they're hurting themselves in this particular instance, I think.
I think they are too. But whatever.
Shoot.
I can't. You know, whatever.
Shoot.
I can't. Even though I am the puppet master, I cannot control them.
Well,
Don't you hate it? Don't you hate it when you shoot yourself in the foot and you wonder why you shoot yourself in the big toe and wonder why your foot hurts?
Yeah.
I don't really hate that because it's never really happened, but
Yes.
but I'm sure if I did shoot myself in the foot, it would be a really accurate shot, and it wouldn't be just a big toe. It would fuck me up real bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I always do to take my mind off of other pains. Hit myself in the foot, and it makes my back feel better.
Well, you can always put your nuts in a vice grip.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know why? A lot of people ask, why I do that, but oftentimes, like I'll be walking down the street, like you can kick your foot into like a post or something and make it look like you're hitting your head, but I like to actually smack my head on the post,
And make it look like you accidentally hit your foot.
make it look like I kicked it, but I keep it up for a while. But I had somebody ask me once. They said, why do you do that? And seriously, it's because it feels so damn good when I stop.
That makes sense, I suppose.
That was really bad. That wasn't even funny. I know.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Just before you go, just so it's only so you leave, and we leave the hangout properly. Do you have a joke you could offer, Will, or anybody?
Oh, what about what?
Any kind of joke about
But you got to stand up.
About drunks. A joke about drunks.
About drunks. A clean joke or semi-dirty joke?
Oh, as filthy as possible.
Yeah, I would say try not to keep it clean because that could be offensive to some of the people watching.
Okay, well, I'll tell you two quick ones. These are the first two that come to mind. So there's this bum, and he walks in to this bar, and you could tell he's been drinking, and he walks up to the bartender and he says, "Bartender, give you a drink, give me a drink, give everybody in here a drink." So the guy's thinking, well, this bum must have just won the lottery or got a job or something, so he'll do it. So he ends up getting a drink. He gives a bum a drink. He gives everybody in the bar a drink. When it comes time to pay, the bum says, "I don't have a penny to my name." And so the bartender gets pissed off, kicks the shit out of him, and throws him out of the bar. The next day, the same bum shows up, and then he walks in and goes, "Bartender, give me a drink, give you a drink, give everybody a drink." Bartender's saying this guy's not stupid enough to try it 2 times in a row. So he does it. He gives himself a drink. He gives the bum a drink. He gives everybody in the house a drink. When it comes time to pay, he goes, "I don't have a penny to my name." So the bartender kicks the shit out of him and throws him outside. And then the third day, the same bum shows up, walks in, and goes, "Bartender, give me a drink, give everybody a drink." Bartender says, "What, you're not going to buy me a drink?" He goes, "You get violent when you drink."
Sharp left, Clyde.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So,
hey, look, just looking on the comments there. I wish I could have came in there, but Terry's got me blocked, so I couldn't come in there to defend myself when all the shit was going on in the comments here. Ed saying I'm some kind of troll account fucking with his wife and that I'm a racist and stuff. I don't even know what account he's talking about. I don't have another account. I tried to tell him, dude, you got me wrong on this, bro. I didn't know you thought that fucking... I think Ed's been having a lot of animosity towards me because he does shit in Hangouts that always made me feel that way. And he's been having that built up, and I think now he's looking for a reason to try to fuck over me some kind of way or something. You know what I'm saying? Then he tells me, prove I'm not. That's like, what, if you dunk me or what, I got to prove I'm not a witch? How the fuck would I even go about proving it?
Well, obviously.
What kind of way can I go? I don't even worry about getting an apology or nothing. I just want this motherfucker to know I don't even know how to do that. Some of y'all know I've tried to send y'all links and it's been a disaster. I cannot.
Okay, relax. So let me just ask you something, Elmo. What do you prefer, Google Chrome or Firefox?
I got Google. Dude, I don't even know what Firefox is, dude. I got Google. You want to see my shit?
Well,
there's my shit. What do I do from here? How do I prove I'm not a troll?
Right, but what about Internet Explorer? Do you like 7 or 8? See,
dude,
that's my point.
I don't know what I got, bro. I don't know what I got.
Well, Elmo, this is what I'm trying to say.
No, because then this makes it look like I'm just playing it up, like I'm trying to make it look like I'm stupid than what the fuck I am, bro.
I already knew that. And you were trying to figure out how to use your computer and your phone.
If I sign, let me ask you this: if I sign out, if I sign out of my fucking YouTube, when I come back in, I gotta sign in. I see all my shit. So if I had more accounts, that would show up.
Right.
What can I do to prove that? Tell me what to do that I can prove on my shit that I'm not.
My point is, you're not interested in, I think, in that kind of thing. That's not where your interest lies. And
Dude, I put my face to everything. You can go look at. I'll make a video showing the shit post. I mean, I go back and forth with people. I'm telling them all kind of shit, and they can come see it. It's me saying it.
I know that. I know that.
Wouldn't I use that? Listen, when I'm telling people, dude, I make some shit posts on political shit, dude. That's my hobby, bro. You don't think I'd be doing that with a fake shit?
I know you didn't do it.
Why would I say anything about Linda?
I know it wasn't you. Yeah, I know. I know.
Dude,
that.
he's looking for a reason to fuck over me another way. I sent y'all the Facebook message, and that's the truth, bro. That's what he's trying to do.
I know. Well, he could have come in and talked with Will this evening, and he didn't. But anyhow.
Dude, he wasn't acting like that with me yesterday when he was messaging me and shit. I don't know what happened here, bro.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe just give it time. It'll just fucking all blow over or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'll tell you.
And Terry's lying. Terry's lying.
Well,
Terry was lying. Terry was the first one to come to the United Guitar Channel community and let everybody know about it. He was the first one to comment. Apparently, there's a video.
Right, I know that, Elmo, but I also think that I believe that it's, at the time when I saw it, my belief was that he saw my video or Eric's, and he was talking in relation to that. That's my personal belief. However, what you said, Ed told you.
I got messages. Listen, Ed unfriended me. I don't know if I still got it on the face. He sent it to me on Facebook and fucking Google Plus. He ain't in my circle no more, so I ain't got that neither.
Right, I remember
you look on my fucking Facebook. He said it on Facebook too.
Well, you know, but maybe it's just crazy gibberish.
He told me, Eric said, he told me in person and he told me in the messages.
The reality is we got a lot of stuff messed up, and we don't know absolutes about a lot of things, and some things seem to be this way, and then maybe things got changed around or worded wrong, or you know what I mean. I'm just saying, and I don't know that there's more. Hell, of all goddamn things we got to worry about, Hillary could become president. Holy shit! Nah.
He's trying to send me a hangout last night, bro, so we could have got this straightened out, bro. I wish we could have talked then, bro, but
yeah.
He's telling me he's not the enemy and that I got a bug in my ear and all this shit. Now all of a sudden I'm a fucking troll fucking with his wife and shit, dude.
Don't even worry about that.
I'm
That's
the
like
bug.
accusing me of being a coward, bro.
I'm the bug in your ear. I have to admit, I'm surprised they didn't think that I was the troll account that says Linda. I'm surprised they didn't accuse me of that.
That was really an uncool account.
You know.
Oh, hold up. I remember right where it's at.
You know, I think everybody here would admit Linda has always been nice. You know?
Yeah, I you know, even shit. I still like Ed, even though right now he's kind of being a dick and everything. I still like Ed. And I still like Duncan, even though right now I think he's being unreasonable.
Linda is the quarter note queen.
She's good. Yeah, she's nice. So I don't know. Well, hopefully things will mellow out. I'm glad everybody showed up.
Hold on, bro. I'm trying to find this comment.
One more drunk joke. One more drunk joke.
Yeah, okay, I'm having one more cigarette and then I'm going to bed. And that's it.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna jump off too.
Hey, you said you got two jokes.
All right, I'll tell you one more fucking drunk joke. So there's this fucking bum and shit like that, and he goes into a bar and
a bar waves the same as the last joke.
Yeah, well, he goes into a bar and he's sitting there and he's pretty happy about some shit. Actually, no, this isn't a very good one. Let me change this.
Yeah,
there's this drunk
bowling balls.
No. There's this drunk bum and shit, and he's fucking walking down the street, and he decides he needs to take a piss and shit. So he just fucking pulls out his dick right there on the street, starts pissing. Well, this semi truck comes by and fucking knocks his dick off, and it lands in the gutter. And he's like, "Oh no, my thing." And so he ends up picking up his dick in the gutter, and he puts it in his pocket. And he goes in this bar, and he's crying to the bartender, "Oh man, my thing, I'm out there and I'm taking a leak and shit, and my thing, a truck came by and knocked off my thing." And he's like, "Oh, bullshit." And he's like, "I'll show you, man." So he reaches in his pocket and he sets his thing on the counter, and he goes, "See right there, my thing, my thing." And the bartender looks at it. He goes, "You dumb son of a bitch, that's just an old cigar." And he looks at it, he goes, "Oh, wrong pocket." So he puts it back in his pocket, reaches in the other, and he puts it on the counter. And he's like, "Oh man, my thing. Truck came by and knocked off my thing." Bartender looks at it, says, "You dumb son of a bitch, that's just another old cigar." Bum looks at it, goes, "Oh no, I smoked my dick."
Oh, no.
Hey, let me ask y'all something.
Oh.
Hey, can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see right there where it says, "Oh boy, well, it is just what it is, man. Duncan is worked up and he wants to keep Terry quiet." Why is that? Let's see. Let's see what else we got here in these comments. I got some other ones, by the way, he was really insulting a lot of people, but I'm not going to go into all that. Talking bad about the same people he was just on here with defending. I thought you had every right to be pissed, he told me. Hold on, let me find the good one where he starts telling me,
You had one that you were sharing where he had talked about that who gave the information.
Look, here you go. If you go into my live videos and then I start talking about it, look. Can y'all see that? Terry, not Duncan. I told you. And the way I'm trying to find the one where he tells me Eric's the one that sent it to him on Google Plus. Hold on.
That's what I was talking about. That stuff.
I can't remember if that was on Facebook or if it was on since everything's getting out, bro. Now how do I go out? What can I do? Can I sign out my YouTube and then sign back on and it would show if I had other accounts or something, right? Is that proof?
I don't even know what you're trying to do, so.
Well, you were trying to show that where he had talked about that Eric sent it to him, and I forget how that tied Terry in, but it did show that that's what he was saying about Eric, and I mean, who knows if he was even thinking right when he said it? I don't know, but it was kind of bizarre what you showed me earlier.
Oh, I'm going through my shit. Look, dude, there's a lot of other comments, really. I don't want y'all to see all them that he made, though.
I mean, a lot of what he's saying is just screwed up bullshit, so I don't know.
Hey, I got a good drunk joke for you. There's a drunk that's hitchhiking. A semi-truck pulls over, and drunk opens up the door, and he says, "Hey, buddy, you got room enough for me? I got a 6-pack of beer and a large pizza." And the truck driver says, "Sure." So the drunk fills the floorboard.
Okay. What? It's time to go to bed.
So where does the beer and the pizza come into play?
All right, 5 minutes.
It came up out of the drunk's belly.
Oh.
A six-pack and a large pepperoni pizza.
Well, that's not really a 6-pack.
All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll holler at y'all later.
See you there.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna be jumping out of here too, guys.
Yep. Hope you whiz half of that 6-pack out before he threw it up.
Well, yeah, some of it had to have been digested, and if it's not in a can, it's not really a 6-pack, right? It's just like a 1-pack. You got to have some type of container. It has to be 6 of them, or it's not a 6-pack.
Okay, well, I should have said a half a gallon of beer and a...
into a couple of words.
Yeah.
That's
An uncontained.
You get the idea of the joke.
Yes,
yeah, I know. I'm just fucking
That's
with
disgusting.
Yeah, I know you are, fucker.
All right, guys.
Good night. Take care.
Good night. Take care.
Good night, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Peace.
Party's over. Peace.